Hey everyone, it's been a while since I filmed a crafting video, but since I got some new products as gifts from friends, I thought I'd shoot a video trying to use them because it's a kind of material I haven't used before. And let's just jump right into the video. It's a clay video where I'm making little cherry blossoms or sakuras, whatever name you are more familiar with. So for the things that you might need for this project, I grabbed this rolling pin, and it actually has tools in it. And a friend got me this for my birthday, I believe from Daiso, and then I'll show you the other products that another friend got me for my birthday from Daiso. These soft clays. So I think these are different from polymer clay. I think it's like air dry clay, so I'm not super familiar with it, but we're gonna try it today. And if you have any tips on using this, I'd love to know in the comments below. But this is in salmon pink. I don't know if you can see the letters, but this is in salmon pink. This one is red, black, and then a brown. So today I'm just going to use the salmon pink, and it's a very light pink shade. So we're going to try that out, and then I'll save the other ones for another project. And then I've got some beads that I pulled from my personal collection of beads. These are just light pink glass beads. They're kind of like translucent a little bit, shiny pink beads. They go really good with the clay, I think. These white pearly looking beads. These are all seed beads basically, by the way. And then these little silver beads. And they're not required. I just thought maybe they'd look good in the middle of the flower. I'm not sure. And then I have a pie tin. I like using these to bake my clay when I do polymer clay, but also to set the finished product on, so I can remove it from my workspace and I don't have to worry about picking up every single one and rotating them and moving them around. I just put it on the pie tin and I can pick it up and put it wherever I need to. I also have pastels that my boyfriend has had for a while. I think they're not the chalk kind. They might be the like oil based ones, so we'll see if that will work in decorating the sakuras. I'm not sure. An X-Acto blade or knife with a blade, and then just a regular blade. I like to use this for just cutting and shaping and stuff like that. And then I also grabbed pins to try to help form the shape of the sakura, and toothpicks for the same reason, because I couldn't make up my mind on it. And I have some hand sanitizer to clean my hands off of any gunk. Normally you do this with polymer clay, but I figure this soft clay, this air dry clay, is similar. I don't know, you might use the same process, so that's what I'm going by. Oh, and I forgot to mention a brush for the pastels to put it onto the clay. So I'm going to open the salmon pink. A lot of it's in Japanese. Well, there is a decent amount of English on here too, but it's not super specific. It says, yeah, wash hands before use, knead clay thoroughly, clay becomes hard, please knead the clay with wet hand. Clay will be soft again when making flower petals or similar small items, which we're doing today. Roll clay out with a rolling pin. Yep. It says cut with scissors. We'll see if we could just get away with an X-Acto blade. Allow the finished work to dry for several days. Coat the finished work with water-resistant varnish to help protect it against water, soiling, etc. I'm not sure what they consider a varnish that's supposed to be used on this, but we'll see. I might give you an update on what I end up using. So, and then you put the extra in an airtight bag. So this is how it comes. It feels very squishy, like foam almost. Can't tell the pink on camera. It is kind of a soft or light pink. It is really pretty. I'm just going to pull some of this out, and ooh, it feels very squishy. Almost like an ice cream bar or something, if that makes sense. I'm going to cut a corner off. Just a good chunk. Maybe squish the rest in the bag. And if I want to keep this, I would have to put it in a Ziploc bag and press the air out. Which I'll probably do, just not right now. So it is kind of spongy and like squishy. Very interesting. It says roll it out with a rolling pin. Let me clean it off real quick. Just some cat hair on it. So I'm gonna roll it out. Kind of stuck to my rolling pin a little bit. I'm not sure how thick I want my flowers to be or big. I want them to be fairly small, but I might do some in varying sizes because I'm not sure what I want to use them for yet. Take the tools out of here. Oh, it's kind of sticking to my mat. Okay. Well, that's no problem. Hopefully it's not all dirty. So I guess be careful when you're rolling it not to press too hard because it will stick to your mat depending on what kind of mat you have. It says cut with scissors. I watched a quick tutorial earlier on making sakura flowers and they did scissors. I think they used polymer clay though, I'm not sure. But this is my first go at it, so we're gonna see how it turns out. I'm going to maybe take one of these blades and try it out. Just maybe cut it in half. Cut this one in half too. I'm just going to take a small piece off of here. Might as well just cut it. I'm just going to take a small piece. This is kind of a triangle, so just kind of going to squish it out. Take a pin. So this will be kind of a big one. Yeah, this is definitely not hard to press at all. It's very soft. use my X-Acto blade, maybe try to cut some petals. Flowers are not my expertise, but I'll probably link a video on the video I watched. Yeah, this is not... Maybe if I use the pin first. Be very careful with an X-Acto blade not to cut yourself. Okay. I'm gonna try to use my tools to press these out. Yeah, this is very soft clay. It's very delicate, so I might watch a tutorial. Okay, so I quickly rewatched the tutorial, and that makes a lot more sense than the way I was going about it. So you make a little bulb, because this is going to be the end, and I think theirs had 5 petals. I don't have scissors, but I'm just going to use my X-Acto blade, so... Maybe open it this way. Well, this one's gonna have 4 petals. That's fine. Yeah, you gotta be very careful with this clay, I think. I'll just press a pin in there. And then the way they did it was they took, I think, a sharp edge and pressed down. Like I said, with this clay, it's pretty delicate. Maybe this will be the point where I put a little bead into the flower, the middle of the flower. It's not the prettiest flower I've ever seen, but we're practicing. We're getting the hang of this. So I'm gonna try some more. Just do the same process, making this little bulb at the top. Maybe like an ice cream cone would be better to describe it as. I think I'm gonna make the top thicker. Maybe that'll make it easier for the petals. Because I think that's where I'm having the difficulty, is the petals. Okay. I think I might shape it with my fingers and then press. Let me do this. Yeah, these are tough to make. I don't know if it's because I don't have a lot of practice. I feel like my first one came out better. Definitely don't press too hard because I feel like you press hard and it falls off. Yeah, I think you just have to be really delicate with it. Okay. Kind of seems like a flowery shape. It's definitely very lightweight and foamy, but it's like you have to be really careful with it. Once again, not the prettiest flowers. I don't know why the first one came out so good. Okay. Oh, let's put another bead in the middle of this one. Almost forgot. I'll do another 4-petal one. This one's a lot smaller. It's almost like a pink 4-leaf clover. Well, okay. We'll call that a third one. I love this soft pink color. I'll just do another 4 one. Maybe I'll redo this small one. It is very like foamy. It is like interesting to touch and it's easy to pull apart, but I feel like that's the issue I'm having is I keep pulling it apart too much. And I'm not sure how to remedy that. It is drying up pretty quick. Like this one, the first one I made is already kind of dry, which is kind of cool. Yeah. I don't know if you can see. But yeah, I guess maybe I just need more practice. Okay, so I looked up how people are using this clay, and I guess a lot of the time they're making either a slime, little cakes like macaroons or cakes, or frosting. And I don't see any like delicate projects like the flowers I'm trying to make. So I guess that makes sense. So what I would say, I guess, with this type of material, which, you know, I didn't really know because I've never really worked with this, it's very hard to do very delicate projects. So I think just keep that in mind when you do something really small scale. At least for me, this might be difficult to work with. If you're doing something really small scale and if you move it too much, it kind of can fall apart on you. So it is very spongy and the texture is really interesting. But I'm going to try to keep making flowers with it anyway, and when they dry out, I will also add paint and whatnot, and you'll get to see how these little sakura type flowers come out. I just have to keep in mind that it doesn't have to, it can't be like really delicate petals, so I think that's just a factor. So I'm just gonna do more chunkier petals like I've been doing and just being delicate. So let me know if you've used this clay before, or just different types of air clay, or I guess paper clay, or I guess on the box they call it soft clay. Yeah, let me know what you've made, because I'd like to figure out what to make. I just, you know, sometimes I'm not sure. I think it will look a lot better with paint. It's just hard to do smaller details with this. But I did not know that you could use this for slime. I think that's kind of interesting. I've never really made slime. I have a friend who's made me slime before. Made all my friends slime, and that was kind of cool. I have no idea. Not my expertise, so it's kind of hard to, there. There we go. Then I'm just going to take this big piece, and I think this will be the last one that I'll make for now. And I'll link some tutorials down below of making sakura flowers, but they definitely use different types of clay for this. I think particularly polymer clay, but I just didn't want to reference making it and not really go into detail the process of what I'm doing. And theirs are going to look a lot better than mine. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this kind of clay, or what are the types of projects you have made with clay. Air dry or polymer clay, or trying to separate the petals a little bit easier. Sometimes it's just trying to do new projects and do it with products that you've never used. Sometimes that's kind of fun, just to experiment, you know. Not everything has to be perfect. I know not a lot of my stuff is perfect, but sometimes it's just fun to try new stuff. I don't know if you could see the petals. I'm gonna get out my bead and press it in the middle. And I'll let you know how the beads hold up, if they fall out or not, of the clay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I still think the first one looks really cute and like delicate. Like that's the smallest I could make the petals. I feel like they've been getting progressively larger. Okay. I'll make one more because I still have some clay left, and then I'll probably wrap the rest of the clay up, and then I'll let these dry for the allotted time that it says on the box, which I think says like either a few hours or days or so, just depending. And then I will paint them and show you what they look like after that. It's kind of interesting because where I live, Arizona, I think this is our first Daiso that I know of. Can't speak from where it is, but it sounds pretty cool. I know my friends went there. Got me some stuff for my birthday, which was super sweet. There. Here's another little flower. I'll try to do more detail on it. Guess I could have used toothpicks, but I totally forgot they were there. So I don't know if you can see it, but so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Gonna go on top of our pie tin. And these are gonna dry, and I will show you what they look like after they dry. Oops, uh-oh, that one fell apart. No! Oh well. Okay, so it's been a few days, and the flowers are pretty dry. They do feel like sponge-like in texture, like a hard sponge, but they feel porous. It's really interesting. Like, I never worked with like a clay like this, and I was kind of confused, as you can see in the video, of like how I should proceed with it or how I should use it. And it doesn't mean that it's bad. It just, I think I need more practice with it, and it is very cool. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to use it for, but I've got some videos that I think I might film making stuff with other soft clay. The other colors I have, maybe cosplay type things, I don't know, we'll see. And so it's interesting. And then I took a Ziploc bag, put it in there, and then smushed out all the air so it doesn't dry up. I don't know how long it'll stay after that. Here, I'm going to open the package, oops, and see if it's still, of course I'm on my sewing desk, so there's a lot of random lint. Yeah, it still feels smushy, so I don't know if it feels drier or, yeah, it still feels smushy, but I'd be careful. Don't let it sit too long. I think in a bag like this, I could even squeeze more air out of it. Because once it's dry, it's dry. It's not like polymer clay where you can literally keep it out for months, you know, your piece, and you don't have to worry about it drying. You can come back to it and fix it or whatever, and then bake it and it's done. But I did have a problem with the first flower I made. I made it super thin, and I thought it looked good. Here, I'll try to zoom in. I thought it looked like one of the best ones because it had like the most detail, but the flower, like one of the petals broke off because I think it was just too thin. So this is definitely like something where you want to keep it an even thickness, and you want it to be fairly thick. It's almost like popcorn kernels. It's so funny. Like, look, it even feels like popcorn kernels, like that kind of styrofoamy texture. So that's kind of hilarious. But the beads came, like, they stayed in pretty well. I wasn't sure if it was gonna shrink a lot, but yeah, if I like shake it and tap it, the beads are stuck in there. So I didn't put a glaze on it, but I just forgot to. But I just wanted to kind of talk about it after it had dried and just see my thoughts and, I don't know, see if the texture changed or whatever. Oh, and also the rolling pin from Daiso. I like this. This is kind of really cool. Like, sorry, here. Like I was saying, it's plasticky, you just roll it, and the only thing is, it does, if you have like animals, it does collect hair, like cat hair, like any plastic, so you just want to wipe it off before you use it and try to keep your station as clean as possible. I mean, unless you're painting over it, and then, you know, having cat hair doesn't really matter, but it comes with these cool tools that you can put into it, so it's kind of cool for like maybe travel or something, or just, you know, to keep all of your tools together. And these are kind of fun. A little like knife, and this little like serrated edge, and this little thing. So I thought that was kind of cool. Let me know your thoughts, and let me know if you've used air dry clay before in general, or if you've used the Daiso air dry clay. I'd love to know, and I'd love to know like what you use it for, and like what your thoughts are on it, because I'm just really intrigued now. I want to find other possibilities of how I can use my air dry clay. I guess it's paper clay? I don't know. But yeah, let me know. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave any comments or suggestions down below, and hope you have a nice day. See y'all later. Bye!